All right. So UFC 313 main event. Alex Pereira is defending his UFC Light Heavyweight title against Magomed Ankalaev. What are your thoughts?
Man, dude, I think Pereira wins. I don't. I think it'll be a close fight. I think it'll be a tough one. I think it's, but I think the level of competition that Pereira's faced is higher, and I do put a lot of stock in that.
Well,
What do you?
the thing is, everyone he's faced in the UFC so far, they've all been striker, like either one-dimensional strikers or like striking dominant fighters. The best fighter he's faced who is like not one dimensional is Jan Blachowicz, and he arguably lost that. I thought he lost that personally, but like it is
Really?
what. I'm not saying it was like a robbery or anything, but I personally think he lost it. Um, uh,
Man,
yeah, and like everyone else he's faced in in the UFC, I don't even know who he was facing before Sean Strickland, but like Sean Strickland, Israel Fadesania, Jan, and then fucking Yuri, Jamal, like all these fucking people, and then Khalil Roundtree, who's literally like he shouldn't have even got that fight. He was ranked number
bro,
eight.
Khalil's a beast, bro.
He's a beast.
I,
No, no, I respect him and mad props to him. I wanted him to be Alex Pereira, but he
I did too.
realistically, realistically, he should not have been there. Like Magomed Ankalaev should have got the title shot a long time ago. Like at UFC
Well,
300,
didn't he turn down the fight though? Like,
I don't, I honestly
I
don't
thought it was
know.
over religious things where he was during his little during the Ramadan thing or
Yeah, and it's Ramadan right now. That's the thing. Like I personally think that Alex Pereira's only been willing to face Magomed Ankalaev during Ramadan. I think that's what I heard in the past, and like it makes sense because he wants as many advantages as he can get. It's not so like I will say right now, like you and you know. Like you know me better than most people. You know I fucking hate the Dagestani and Muslim fighters. Like
yeah.
for the most part, I hate them with a passion. But like there are a few exceptions to that. So I'm not a fanboy of Magomed Ankalaev, but like I don't feel the same way about him as I do about like the sheep lover Habib and the rest of his team.
Oh yeah.
And then there's another fighter called Ikram Aliskerov who Robert Whitaker actually knocked out in on the first UFC Saudi Arabia card. He's okay as well. And then Shavkat Rakhmonov, I like him. He's okay. Like I'm not a huge fan, but he's all right. And he's not Dagestani, but he's Muslim. So like yeah, those three are the only Dagestani slash Muslim fighters that I actually like. But yeah, like Alex Pereira, I just think that he's been getting favorable competition up to this point. And Magomed Ankalaev, he's not like a super dominant wrestler or anything, but like he's well rounded enough to where he can definitely like okay, if Israel Adesanya can take Alex Pereira down, Magomed Ankalaev 100% could, and Alex Pereira has been submitted before, so I think Magomed Ankalaev could do that. And honestly, like I would not even count out Magomed Ankalaev winning by like knockout on the feet or anything. But what I'm thinking is most likely is Magomed Ankalaev wins by decision. Like now, I will say if he stands the whole time, he probably does lose, and he would deserve to lose if that was the case, because he's fighting with his pride, with his ego, and that would just be retarded. Like I would honestly not even root for him at that point if he was fighting like a fucking retard. But I like it seems that he will mix it up, and I think he will be the one to dethrone Alex Pereira. Like I'm not very high on Alex Pereira if I'm being honest. I
Yeah.
like yeah, go ahead.
No, I agree. I know you're not, and I agree. I mean, I think you have a good take on it. I just don't. I think it's gonna be a good fight. I mean, I think the odds are probably pretty close too. I'm assuming.
Yeah. I don't even know who's the favorite in that. I actually have no clue. It might be Magomed Ankalaev, but and okay. As for competition, like Alex Pereira, it's not like he's beat bums, but all of his matchups, with the possible exception of Jan Blachowicz, were favorable matchups for him, like that he's had in the UFC so far. Like and Magomed Ankalaev, it's not like he's faced bums. Like Alexander Rakic, the guy who he recently beat, like that is probably his hard. That was probably his hardest stylistic matchup in the division, just because Alexander Rakic is really
Oh,
well rounded. And yeah,
mhm.
go ahead.
No, you're right. He's well rounded. You're 100% correct on that.
Yeah, and like Jan Blachowicz. So I know that I know that Magomed went to a draw with him, while Alex Pereira, while Alex technically like did beat him in the eyes of the judges, but
or,
like
or even.
yeah, I do. I really do think that Jan Blachowicz won that fight. And honestly, Magomed Ankalaev, I think he should have got the nod against Jan. And even Jan was saying after the fight that Magomed Ankalaev should have won. Like I think Magomed Ankalaev has been the uncrowned champion in the division for a while. So like um like obviously I don't like Alex Pereira, and I'm not really even a Magomed Ankalaev fan. I just don't like Alex Pereira. So I might be a little biased, but like I honestly just have Magomed Ankalaev winning. Like I'm not really sure like Alex could hypothetically like just kick his legs apart if Magomed decides to stand up the whole time and then fucking like knock him out from there or whatever. But I don't see Magomed fighting like a buffoon. I really don't.
I mean, he knows his best path to winning is getting Alex on the ground or making it a where he's not able to use his range. But I mean, the odds right now they're dead even.
Oh shit.
So
Okay.
yeah, they're both minus 115 on there. So I don't think even the odds makers know who they have a strong feeling will win. I mean, it's fighting; anybody can win, right? But yeah, I don't think they even know, which is kind of crazy when you think about it.
So you mentioned you had Alex Pereira winning. Like is it
Oh, I
like
do.
outside of the competition they faced, like what else is your reasoning for favoring Pereira?
I mean, look, I think he's got the touch of death. I mean, if he lands a solid punch on anyone, the game's over. Now, like I don't know. I mean, they both got power. It's not like they can't. Either one of them can't touch each other and make it go. I mean, we've seen Pereira go to sleep.
Yeah.
So
And the one person to sleep him of all people was Fradesania. So
hey, but but Fraudesani was beating his ass throughout the fights on every single fight that they fought. I mean, if we were playing the who won by rounds,
yeah,
Fraudesania was easily winning those fights. But that's not how Pereira wins. Anyways, he wins by
yeah,
knockout. I mean, that's just
yeah,
so he's not a points fider.
for sure.
But
Yeah.
but man, it's gonna be a tough fight. I mean, I'm excited to see it though.
Yeah. Honestly, I like I've been tired of the Pereira hype. Like I still call it a hype train because I really do think he's not fully tested yet. And yeah, so I've been tired of the hype train for a while. Like honestly, like I don't think he should have faced Jamal Hill at UFC 300, and he definitely should not have faced Yuri Prohaska at UFC 303 or Halil, especially Khalil Roundtree at UFC 307. Like Magomed Ankalaev should have got the title shot a long time ago, and I'm finally glad that it's happening now. Like even if it's Ramadan, I think that like I still think Magomed Ankalaev will be disciplined enough to win. And do you remember like Yuri Prohaska and or Magomed Ankalaev saying certain stuff about Alex using like energies or like voodoo or like shaman or
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like what do you make
I
of that
remember.
stuff?
I mean, Yuri's kind of weird to be saying that because he does some pretty weird shit too. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, I don't. It's like the pot calling the kettle black. I mean, it just makes no sense.
uh,
It's
yeah.
literally, they're both weirdos. I mean, most of those people are a bunch of weirdos. I mean, that are in there. I think you got to be a little bit weird to be where they're at too. So
Yeah. Yeah. um yeah, like I like Erie is like locking yourself in a dark room for 3 days with like no food, no water, and like nothing. Like I don't really know what that does to benefit you. Like I don't know. Like
he's so strange.
yeah, it is very odd. But like the thing is, the reason I even bring this up is because Magomed Ankalaev, Fradesania, and like John Jones, like all of them were actually agreeing with Erie's take that Alex uses some like supernatural sort of like force in his fights or something like that. That's why I wanted to hear your take on it. And like yeah, like Magomed Ankalaev, like so like obviously he's Muslim and like he prays 5 times a day, and he was saying that this voodoo or whatever the fuck it is won't work on him because he prays 5 times a day and he's protected. So yeah, like I just thought it was I just
Well,
thought Yeah.
I mean, everyone's protected until they're not. I mean, look how many people pray to whatever god they have, and the next thing you know, they're the ones sleeping on the mat. So I don't know. I guess it's all about what you believe. But I'm telling you, I think it's gonna be a badass main event.
Yeah. And also like prize fighting, which the UFC technically is. It is
That's what it
haram.
is. Yeah, I mean,
It is
they're fighting for
haram in
money.
Islam. It is haram in Islam. Like even if you're a man, like it's still haram. So yeah, like I'll just leave that out there too. And I don't want to get into this too much, but I will say I originally did want to talk about the co-main event. Like I was really excited for Justin Gaethje versus Dan Hooker. I had Dan Hooker winning because I think Justin's just taken way too much damage throughout his career, especially in his last fight. And I know Dan's taken a lot of damage too, but he looked great in his last fight, and I think that he's at the better point in his career. But now that we have Rafael Fiziev coming in and rematching him, I can honestly see this going either way. I don't give a shit about this fight, so I'm not gonna talk much about it. But I will say that I probably will give the slight edge to Justin Gaethje by decision once again. What do you think of that?
Man,
Like,
I don't think it's going to decision,
uh,
but
so
but
who do you have?
I think Justin will win.
Okay, yeah,
Yes, but it was I think Fiziev, whatever his last name is, won the last fight. I personally thought it was a close fight. So, but I do think Justin is going to go in there to make a point.
fair. Yeah, honestly, like I have very little interest in this fight, but
Man,
yeah,
it's going to be a fun fight to watch, huh?
I guess I'm not I don't find Justin Gaethje or his opponent as exciting as most other people do, but so I guess we disagree on the main event. You have Alex, I have Magomed, but we both have Justin winning the co-main.
Yeah, I mean, but I do think that both fights will be good. That's one thing I will say is like I do think that both fights are going to be entertaining. I don't think it'll be a boring one, but shit, the ones that we think are going to be the best cards end up being the boring ones, and the ones with nobody's on there are the ones knocking people out every bout. So I hope this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, same. I'm only really excited for the main event, but yeah, like I guess if Magomed wins, I'll be satisfied regardless.
Yeah, well, shoot, it looks like we got a couple more days to find out. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and the other people who are a part of our channel who were supposed to come on, all of them agree with you that Alex is beating Magomed. Like if they came on, it would have been literally me against you and like the other 4 or 5 of them. So yeah.
It might be good that they weren't able to today.
Yeah. It's fine. They can come on in the future. But this was a great episode, and I'm looking forward to previewing the next upcoming pay-per-view.
Absolutely, man. Well, shit, brother. I guess, man. We'll figure out. We'll get together on that Saturday night and get a chance to we'll watch it.
Awesome, bro. All right.
Awesome, bro. All right, later, man.